Hi everyone, and thank you Irene for hosting tonight's event. I'm looking forward to entertaining your friends and all the food that you've prepared. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we'll start with the reading. I've selected Bill for our first reading. Thanks.
Thank you, Kate. It's an honor to be reading for you. And my reading is about Elphaba and Susan Boyle. Kermit the Frog tells us it's not easy being green. But that was before he made his rainbow connection, a glamorous pig. Elphaba, like Kermit, is unalterably green. She's the Green Witch from Wizard of Oz and is not very popular. She has a crush on a classmate, but he feels he will inevitably choose Glinda, the Good Witch. However, Elphaba and her sweetheart eventually fly off on her broom and live happily ever after. Kermit gets Miss Piggy, and in this case, the witch gets the Scarecrow. Unimaginable successes occur in fantasy all the time. Just look at the Marvel movies. The taste of such sweet joy belongs in real life too. We watched Susan Boyle climb to international recognition after winning second place in Britain's Got Talent competition in 2009. All 4 of her albums have sold more than 400,000 each, and she receives at least 5 figures for each appointed performance. Her first walk on the stage of the competition did not look very hopeful. The gasping audience told us right away that she was limited in appearance. Living at home all her life and never having a job failed to teach her great fashion skills. Biologically, she came short as well. She was born with a brain disorder, causing horrendous teaching from her classmates. Imagine how much she believed in herself when she faces this merciless audience and says, "I want to be a recording artist," and sing a duet with Elaine Page. Guess what? She did. In my own life, rejection came from a church music director. I'd just moved to Austin and desired to be part of their choir. I earned 2 degrees in piano and felt confident I could swing this gig. Wrong. In my audition, he said, "My sopranos have mature voices. Yours sounds more childish. I don't think it will work." Part of my difficulty was singing was using air. I grew up not with a green skin, not with a brain disorder, but with asthma. Big lungs full of air down restricted passageways were not easy. It took me away from soccer teams and camp fun. But I was not considering my limitations at this point. The passion to sing burned deep inside of me. So I found a new church director who actually asked me to join their young adult choir. I asked him, "Do I have to audition?" "No, we'll take anyone," he said. "Great, when do we meet?" Later, one evening at rehearsal, I pumped out a high note, not sure how it would sound. Tom, the choir director, looked over approvingly. "Great job, sopranos." I then had the courage to approach him after rehearsal to ask for some technical tips. It was not very long before I sang solos at church. Pretty good for the new girl in town who spent much of her childhood years struggling with her health. Somewhere the rainbow does wait for us. For Elphaba, she doubts whether that may be true.
girl. Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't remember that rush of joy. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Every so often we long to steal to the land of what might have been, but that doesn't soften the ache we feel when reality sets back in. Light smile, light limb, she who's winsome, she wins him. Gold hair with a gentle curl, that's the girl he chose. And heaven knows I'm not that girl. Don't wish, don't start. Wishing only wounds the heart. I wasn't born for the rose and pearl. There's a girl I know, he loves her so. I'm not that girl.
Marie and Des. It is easier to relate to inherited problems like appearance and health, but few of us know what it is like to be left by our birth parents. That was the condition for Marie in Donizetti's opera. In real life, renowned Met singer Dame Kiri Te Kanawa had these humble beginnings. The Australian was born a Maori and handed over to the orphanage. When they arrived to an interested couple's house, the hopeful parents turned her down because they wanted a boy. 9 months later, the orphanage tried the couple again. This time they took her. I talked to a colleague of hers not too long ago. She reported Kiri's nickname was Dreary Kiri. I wonder if those lonesome beginning days contributed to her obviously low-spirited temperament. Marie is orphaned, but rescued by the 21st Regiment of the French Army. She probably had no luck in joining a sorority or developing feminine wiles. However, it does not stop her admirer from taking interest. She reached great excitement when he is accepted by the Army. Their love flourishes to the point of marriage. It's a very happy story, despite her inadequate upbringing. We do not know what domestic problems may arise in their marriage. Will we just enjoy this snapshot of Lucky in Love? Now, change your snapshot to view one of NFL's leading wide receivers, Des Bryant. He is leaping in the air like a ballet dancer as he catches a touchdown pass. Unlike Marie, we do know the ups and downs of his life, hitting his mom with a ball cap, getting in a fight with a rapper at a nightclub, and not paying for a bunch of jewelry he bought on credit. At the same time, he was the top drafted receiver and scores many points for the Dallas Cowboys. In most people's book, being an NFL superstar would be considered successful. Maybe when you hear his upbringing, you will see it seemed highly improbable. His mother was 15 when she had him. His dad, 20 plus years her senior, was a pimp. His mother sold crack cocaine on and off, so he and his siblings shifted homes frequently. I grew up in East Texas, not exactly the culture mecca of the world. Our civic center did offer many musical concerts, but could not afford a fully staged opera. The first opera I saw was La Boheme in Shreveport, Louisiana, the big city. Mimi was a big black woman who did not lend grace to her phrases. Rudolfo was a skinny man who looked like he could have died of influenza at any point during the opera. It was not until I saw Elektra by Richard Strauss that I felt opera may be worthwhile. In 2007, I saw this well-done production in the Santa Fe Opera House. I realized opera craft is one of the most wonderful things I had ever seen. I may have been a small-town girl, but eventually I found where I needed to be, in the opera world. We are also very delighted when we see Marie meet the love of her life.
La 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 la. Chacun le sait, chacun le dit, le régiment par excellence, le seul qui la fasse crédit dans tous les cabarets de France, le régiment en tout pays, les froids des amants des maris, mais de la beauté bien suprême. Elle est là, elle est là, mon bleu, la voilà, la voilà, comme nous. Elle est là, la voilà, le beau 21e, le beau 21e. Il a gagné tant de combats que notre empereur en le pense fera chacun de ses soldats à la mémoire de France, car c'est connu le régiment peut plus vaincre qu'un sexe secret. Elle est là, mon bleu,